Hello, I'm Jerry Goodspeed with Utah State University Extension, and we're here at the beautiful Ogden Botanical Garden in Ogden, Utah. And today we're going to talk a little bit about planting carrots from seed, because this becomes a problem for some people. One of the problems is the carrot seeds are so small that when you start to plant them, they get lost. You either have too many or you don't have enough of them. And the other problem with them is because they're so small, sometimes it's hard to get them to germinate. You put them in the soil and they don't come up very well. So we're just going to give you a couple of hints today. And we're going to do it in a raised bed. We have raised beds here at the garden, and we always recommend, especially carrots, growing them in a little bit of a raised bed, whether it's a physical hardscape like this, or if you're just mounding it in your own garden. The carrots will do a little bit better with a raised bed because they don't have a hard pan to deal with or some other obstruction that they'll have to deal with and then get that forked look, kind of a funny look to them. So we do it in a raised bed, and this is one of our raised beds here that we do for our vegetable gardens. Here we also have a drip system, and so what we will do is we're going to plant the carrots right down the middle of this drip system, and you can see our tubing here. This helps us conserve water, and it also allows us to put the water where the plants are, where the carrots are going to be coming up. So because carrots are so small, they don't need to be planted very deep at all. Some people, you can hardly see them in your hand when you put them in there. But some people have a tendency with carrots and with other plants to plant them too deep, and they really don't take much depth at all. So what we will do is we're going to prepare a very narrow row where we're going to put down our seeds, our carrot seeds. We'll just do this. And then what I like to do, you can do them by your hand, so you can throw them into your hand and then very carefully put them out. But what I normally like to do is I just use an old salt shaker. I've removed the salt. That's really important to know because salt and seeds don't go very good together. In fact, they really don't like each other at all. So make sure you get all the salt out of there and rinse it out. And then what I do is I put my carrot seeds in here because they come out about the rate that I want, and then it's much easier for me. So I'll just kind of go here and just kind of shake it like I'm shaking my salt onto my salad. And I'll just work my way down here as I shake. And you can see them coming out. Just like you're salting something you're about to eat. And then of course I'm kind of a person that goes back over just because I'm that way. Now the next thing, after we've got our seeds spread out there, is I will take some potting soil. And to me this is the critical part. Now it doesn't have to be potting soil, but it has to be something very light that those small germinating seeds can come up through. Some people will use sand, but what I like to use is just a good potting soil. That's it. And I'll just take some potting soil because it won't crust and those little carrots will be able to come right up through it. I will just put them right over that row instead of filling it back in with the soil. I'll just put some potting soil over it. It's very light, holds moisture really good, just like that. And there you go. Now your carrots are planted. What you're going to want to be doing now is making sure that you're applying water to them on a regular basis, not allowing that to dry out. And they should be germinating on a good day, in a good temperature, about 7 to 10 days. The other thing you want to make sure of is that carrots can be planted in the early spring or even in the late fall. They're a cool season plant. Some people like to plant them in the fall and then harvest them throughout the winter, just leave them into the ground as well. As far as fertilization goes, this is the time that we'll also fertilize, and what I normally do is I will just make a row right next to my carrots, maybe 1 or 2 inches to the side like this, and then I will just plant a little bit of fertilizer into that row. And I will normally use something, just an all-purpose fertilizer, an all-purpose food. These are just generic. I've always heard it say that which is the best fertilizer. Well, it's that which is on sale. What you're looking for is something, what we call an all-purpose, where the numbers are very similar. This is an 8-16-16. This is a 4-10-8. So they're pretty close, those three numbers. And then you'll want to plant that row of fertilizer down here and then just cover it up. So one of the reasons that we like to put the fertilizer to the side and not in the seed or with the seed is because that can burn the seed. And the fertilizer is really a salt, and too much of it, especially when those plants are very small, is not going to be very good for your seed. It'll actually kill them. Use the salt shaker, make sure it's clean, that there's no salt in there when you're spreading your seed, and keep your fertilizer to the side, away from the seeds, a couple inches at least. And now that fertilizer is right where those carrots need it as they start to emerge and grow. Those roots can go out and find that row of fertilizer. Make sure you do not put the fertilizer in the same row. Make sure you move it about an inch or two to the side, about an inch into the ground, and you're set to go.